Welcome to Glass House Films. I'm the ever-lovable host, Carson. This co-host, Adam, here with me. Adam, tell the fine folks what we're going to be watching tonight.
Maleficent.
Malcontent.
Starts with M.
Malnourished.
And ends with something.
It's Maleficent, if you haven't read, from the title of the video up there.
Down there.
Up there. Whatever. There's the title. You clicked on it. You know what we're watching, so I don't even know why I started it that way.
I still don't know what we're watching, though.
So yeah, Maleficent, the new Angelina Jolie starring Disney film, and
I think you have that backwards. Disney film starring Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie starring Disney film. Think about what I'm
starring
saying.
In?
Anyway.
Awkward silence.
There's a comma in there. It all makes sense.
All right.
Anyway, so Adam, what do you know about this movie?
That Angelina Jolie is in it.
Okay.
And she has cheekbones
sharp as razors. You know what? She still looks so beautiful.
Sure.
I actually think she's gotten better looking with age. Anyway, apart from us objectifying women, story-wise though, what do you know about this?
Literally nothing. I saw one ad for it when we saw maybe Godzilla, maybe another film.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it.
Same here. It's very strange. The marketing campaign for this movie has been very tight-lipped about what the hell this movie is even about. And that kind of worries me. I mean, I understand that Maleficent, the villainess from Sleeping Beauty. Okay, what about that? Come on. You can't just say, okay, that's what the movie is about.
She turns into a dragon.
Yeah. We got to kind of know what the plot is, what happens in the plot a little bit. There's not even a really general premise that I even know of without looking into other people's reviews. So, what do you think, Adam? Do you think it's going to be any good?
I don't know. Angelina Jolie has always been a fine actress, so I think she might be able to pull it off just because she's a good actress. I
think she'll be able to pull off that character pretty well, especially from what I've seen in the adverts. Other than that, though, knowing that this film is directed by a first-time film director who has only ever done visual effects beforehand, that does not bode well. Neither does the fact that this film has been in production hell since, 2009.
But
so
that means it'll look really pretty.
It's got to do more than just look pretty. But, alright.
Let's go see it.
Alright, let's go see it.
You know the tale. Now find out the truth.
There is evil in this world. Hatred and revenge.
Maleficent. Rated PG.
So yeah, we just got out of that thing. So what do you think, Adam?
It was meh.
Meh?
Yeah. I didn't like it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
It was an movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The saddest thing about this movie is that it was so close, so very close for me to actually being good.
Yeah.
It was really close to being a good movie.
But there's so many little things that were just too easy to be like.
I think one of the biggest problems with this film is while it's written by a woman, which, good, it's not directed by a woman. And it kind of misses that touch.
Sure.
I mean, I think that if you had a female director in there, she could have had a more female perspective, because this is more of a female empowerment movie. Or a female wish fulfillment movie, in the same way that a lot of superhero movies are male power fantasies.
Sure.
Yeah, well, they are.
Maybe in the Hulk.
But, well, in all of them, shut up. But I definitely think that if we had a more female perspective instead of a more, I don't know, CGI director's perspective, it would have come out a lot better.
Because it did look beautiful.
It certainly looked gorgeous.
There was no doubt about that film.
Absolutely.
Looking beautiful.
So, Adam, why don't you run them through just the basic synopsis of what this movie is about? Because going into it, I had no idea. We discussed it, we had no idea.
So, it's a story about Maleficent. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly now.
Maleficent. Fitness!
It's spelled Maleficent, but they pronounce it Maleficent.
Anyway, keep going. We're running out of batteries.
It starts with her as a kid, and she was really good, and she was a fairy, right?
Yes.
And I guess she just loved everything in the forest, and there were these two cities. It's essentially a tale of two cities. No, not really. There's the human side of things, and then there's the magic kingdom, essentially.
Yeah.
And she lives in the magic kingdom and comes across this little boy who wanted to steal crystal, a rock.
Well, what that all boils down to is she falls in love with a human. The human betrays her.
Right.
Who ends up being the king and the father of Aurora from Sleeping Beauty.
Right. And so, out of her vengeful spite, she puts a curse on Aurora.
Yeah.
Just like in the
original Disney cartoon. And Aurora, upon her 16th birthday, will prick her finger. The most strange. Jigsaw's traps made more sense than this.
She's gonna prick her finger on something that you use to spin.
Yeah, and that's
fabric. and she'll fall asleep for forever.
I think one of the other big problems with this film is that you can't really talk about the story without giving a lot of it away.
Yeah, without giving any of it away.
Like, we just kind of talked about the first half of this movie.
Yeah, because it's a really short movie.
It's like they were concentrated on keeping such a brisk pace that they didn't slow down for any character moments. So it was completely story driven. It was almost every single line of dialogue was it's one of those situations where almost every single line of dialogue is exposition. So you don't have very many character moments, which is a real problem.
Right, because I didn't feel connected to any of the characters at any time for any reason.
They gave Angelina Jolie some just stupid lines.
So bad. She was in Wanted and was super awesome in Wanted. And then...
Well, I gotta say, so they did write her some stupid lines.
Yeah.
But whenever she was being evil, she was perfect. Like, she looked like she was having the time of her life being evil. But the film is being marketed that way, but there needed to be more of it.
Was it being marketed that way? Because it wasn't marketed at all.
It was marketed, but they didn't really show her transition from good to evil well enough.
Yeah, because there was so much time that they could have used for that with these awkward poses, even saying awkward.
Yeah.
That was a great line. You should always keep that in there.
Yeah. But I think a lot of that problem does, again, come down to the director. The director didn't know how to pace out this story well enough. And he didn't know how to really make these characters work and gel together.
Yeah. And there wasn't enough time showing her actually liking Aurora.
Yeah.
It was, she's a kid, and then she saves Aurora, and then Aurora's 15 and a half, and
the movie could have been helped with a montage.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Every movie is benefited by a montage.
Some sort of thing, or at least have her look more happy whenever. Have Maleficent look more happy whenever she's with Aurora.
Yeah.
Because she's still that cold bitterness towards Aurora, even towards the end. Like,
yeah.
Why does she want to save her?
That isn't the intent of the screenplay, but the director just doesn't seem to get it.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that the screenplay probably could have used another draft or two just to really flesh out a lot of the themes and ideas, because there's so many themes at play, but none of them get enough chance. None of them get enough time to really be in the spotlight.
Yeah. Not enough characters were focused on enough.
Yeah.
There were a couple little scenes where they were essentially just laughing.
Yeah.
That was complete garbage. I
didn't
need to be in there.
Yeah, I think they should have toned down the fairies that were watching after Aurora.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, so story, frustrating. The acting, again, frustrating, but I can't pin that on any of the actors.
Right.
Really. Because all of them, for what they were given, did a fine job.
Yeah.
Except the fairy or the aunts, I guess. They just, ugh.
They weren't. I always hate those kind of characters.
Yeah.
The comic relief characters.
Like the fairies in Willow. It's like, stop it! Just stop it! So, the CGI, of course, we discussed. Fantastic. What do you expect?
Right.
Yeah, so, I don't know, final thoughts?
I would see this in theaters.
Really?
Yes.
But more like the dollar cinemas?
No.
Really?
I think I would recommend it. This is like the baseline for seeing it in theaters. For movies.
I'd have to say, I think I liked it more than you, but I don't think it's necessarily worth seeing in cinemas. I think if you see it in dollar cinemas, it's fine, or Netflix. It is an absolutely perfect Netflix rental, and I think that a lot of young girls, I definitely think, will very much enjoy this film.
I totally forgot that when I was walking into that film, I did not realize that it was going to be 100% a chick flick.
Yeah.
We looked around and we were completely surrounded by
But
chicks.
you know what? If more female-driven films and movies aimed towards a female audience were like this, I would actually really like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be really great, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But again, as far as I'm concerned, just so close to being good. It was frustrating. And yeah, you liked it a little bit less than me, but
yeah.
I say you just check it out as a rental. It'll look fine on your flat screen TV.
Or on your phone.
Nothing looks good on the phone. Anyway.
There was no singer afterwards, so no need to stay for the credits.
Yeah, I guess. So why don't you, the viewers, go and sign off down below after you see the film. Tell us what you personally thought, what you might have done differently if you thought anything needed to be done differently. And you know what? Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, like the page on Facebook, and go ahead and follow on Twitter @GlassHouseFilms. So, stay tuned, everybody.